do want to do a look ahead to the Electric Ireland GAA Minor Football Championship Final, 1 o'clock this Sunday before the main event, and we have Daniel Goulding with us to do that because it is Cork against Galway. You're there, Daniel, how you doing?
How are you keeping, Joe?
Great, yeah, thanks so much for joining us. So we might touch on the Cork aspect firstly. This is, from a Cork point of view, well, a first minor football final since 2010, and their last win, Cork's last win at minor level was 2000, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while for, I suppose, a county of our size. I think James Masters was the last captain of a successful Cork minor winning team, and I think he's involved with the setup now, so it's been a long time.
Does it suggest, what we've been hearing for a while is that more work has been done at underage level in the county, and there's been a sense that actually they needed to get up to speed and catch up with other top counties, and that's kind of coming to fruition now? Is that too easy a leap to make?
No, there's definitely a degree of truth behind it. I think, to be fair, the last couple of years there's been good progress being made at minor level, and I suppose the fact that they were knocked out by Kerry in the semi-final meant they didn't get into any All-Ireland series with the last couple of years, but they were close to Kerry at the same time. And you can see now even some of those lads have progressed to win 20 All-Ireland since. So I know Bobby Dwyer, and he's putting in a huge amount of work with those minor lads of the last couple of years, and it's great for him to see him get a team to the final now and be in contention for an All-Ireland medal.
Kerry obviously loom large when it comes to the minor division over the last number of years. They've won the last 5 All-Irelands. They had a 34-game winning streak. Galway beat them in the semi-final. Kerry will probably be kicking themselves. They had 13 wides in that game. They played Cork earlier in Munster and beat them. So, I mean, this was still a very good Kerry side, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, I think they played each other in the round robin, and Kerry had a very comfortable win, but Cork had a lot of injuries, and I suppose maybe the management didn't know their best team at that point, and you could see that I suppose Cork were getting better game on game, and they brought that back to a goal loss in the Munster final. It was a very tight game all through it, and they've taken confidence from that, and I think Cork know their best team now. And you saw against Monaghan and against Mayo, they were very impressive both days, and up front they seem to know what they're about, and they're putting in big scores. I think they're averaging 315 a game in their last 3 games. It's impressive scoring. Yeah,
sure is. So 214 to 314 they lost the Munster final to Kerry, but as you said, since then 319 they put on Monaghan in Tullamore in the quarter-final, and then against Mayo in the semi-final. 412 is a serious score to notch up in a semi-final. Some of the names we should be looking out for, I guess. Conor Corbett's been talked about, the Cork captain. He scored 2-3 against Mayo. He seems to be a serious prospect.
Yeah, he's a serious prospect. He can play in full forward, centre forward. He's very rangy, kind of elusive. Can kick off both feet. And what I liked about him was, I think the first half, the last day, in the first quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, he struggled a bit. Probably a couple of things that he tried didn't come off, and he kept at it, and he still ended up with 2-3 by the end of the game. And that's a great sign of a player at minor level, that, you know, when things are going against you, that you can keep going and end up probably getting, I think, the players on the pitch by the end of it.
Yeah. As for Galway, I don't know how much you've seen of them, Daniel. They haven't won a minor since 2007, so a bit of a wait for them as well. Though in more recent times, they were runners-up in 2018 and 2016, so they've been thereabouts over the last couple of years. You suspect in a traditional Galway style they play a good brand of football?
Yeah, I suppose, look, I was listening to Donald O'Flaherty being interviewed, and he was alluding to that they were lucky against Kerry, but at the same time, keeping Kerry to 13 points is no mean feat, even with the wides, and given Kerry's record over the last number of years. And was the other thing that struck me is that Cork and themselves have played a lot of challenge games over the last 2 years. So I think they played 2 challenge games this year and 2 challenge games last year. So they obviously know a bit about each other. So it's going to be very interesting to see how both teams set up. He was making reference to Bobby and himself were in communication through the year to organise challenge games, and they know a good deal about each other. So it's going to be interesting. And I suppose the thing about minor especially now that it's under 17, it's all on the day, and it's going to who's going to handle the pressure best and perform to the best of their ability on the day, because it's a huge occasion for everyone involved.
I know you played minor around 03, 04. How did you find the experience then? Was it overwhelming in some respects, or were you kind of getting used to it and coming through the age grades?
I remember my first year I was under 17, and I played in Munster final down in Clarny, and it definitely the occasion got the better of me. Definitely obviously, and I found it kind of probably playing within myself a bit. But I suppose you get used to it then. It's great that Cork have already sampled Croke Park. It's going to be a bit fuller, obviously, on Sunday, but they'll take great confidence that they could put 4-12 up in that game. And I suppose the one thing you don't want to get sucked into is that Mayo and Galway were tight in Connacht, and we beat Galway handy. That's the one kind of thing you don't want to get sucked into, and I'm sure Bob will keep all the players' feet firmly on the ground. Is
there a good bit of interest in this down in Cork?
I suppose there is. It's been in the papers a good bit, and I suppose with the under-20 victory now as well, it's nearly a little mini double. And if you can manage to win it, and I know a good few people heading up on the train on Sunday, so there is interest there, and people have been on to me looking for tickets. So the club tickets have gone as well, I think. So look, there is interest there, and I suppose if you said at the start of the year, after Cork got relegated from Division 3 in the senior, that you'd have an under-20 and a minor and played the Super 8s, you'd have taken someone's hand off to get it. So look, it's a good position for Cork to be in.
Okay. Well, Daniel, thanks so much for that. Enjoy the final on Sunday. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Cheers. Daniel Goulding there giving us his thoughts on Cork Galway, which is the minor final on Sunday, and what should be a brilliant day in Croke Park.